Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the World of Astaria, the ongoing Dungeons and Dragons stream here on the Gamehouse Twitch page and the Cast Iron Comics YouTube channel. I'm your host, your DM, your UM, your man of a million voices that all eerily sound similar, Chandler Angle, and I am joined by almost all my cats this week. Unfortunately, Zach has had to bow out because of something that's come up, but either way, we have Mr. Top Billing himself, the group's ever so stoic Dragonborn fighter, Aragon, played by Braxton.
Yeah, I want my meal well done, sauce on the side. If it's not on the side, I send it back.
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. You know what? That is part of your contract, so I'll get right on that, sir.
Send it back.
I send it back.
After him, we have.
God.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me make sure. Yep, we are streaming this. Okay. After that, we have the trio of Hanes. We have Rob as the group's rather rambunctious elven gunslinger Revan.
That's a nice way to put it.
We have the group's moral compass Mina, played by Marie.
Hi, everybody.
And we have, for the second week in a row, the newcomer. We have the group's Dwarven, new, undefined type of ally, Eris, played by Sydney.
You mean pain in my ass?
I also feel bad because I couldn't do a fun alliteration for that one, but like everyone else had a slight alliteration to theirs ones. It's like for Sydney and Eris, it was like yeah, welcome back, Sydney. Oh, might have some technical problems. She may be. But Sydney, can you hear me?
Try refreshing your page. I'll text her.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, she's dropped from call. Okay, here she comes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us, babe?
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we
Yeah.
can.
Thank you.
No worries. Honestly, as far as tech problems go, that's the simplest one. We've had much worse in season 1. But either way, welcome, Sydney. Hopefully, you're excited for your second session.
Yes, very excited.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Well, with that all in mind, with the cast introduced, let's get into the recap. So, the Doomsday Defenders, as they are going by, have finally made it back to the capital of Gilitra, the capital city, as they stopped off at the Little Devil Inn Tavern to get a little bit of an update from Theoden, where they then went to the castle and did a bit of a debriefing, where the king had told them that he has plans for an adventure back to the long since, back in the mind of everyone's brain, the island of Shikar, where they all first met initially, or at least where most of them met. You know, the big three met, Aragon, Mina, and Revan. And Woo! In light of that information, where the king was setting up a travel for the group, they also were introduced to a possible new ally and possible new member to the team, Eris, a dwarf from the kingdom of Broadhammer. And during the meeting, she then requested more payment than what she would already have been given, and the king was like, well, I could try and figure something out, and they went from there. And before leaving the royal summons, they were requested to be the guests of honor at an upcoming expose by Mr. Anthony Trask, the industrialist who would had them delve underneath the city to find that ancient guardian and bring its body back, where they brought the body back just without a head. They gave the head away to another person.
I know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. You forget.
Oh no, I remember. I'm just pretending like I don't remember.
I know. I got you, boo.
Or am I?
I don't know at this point. Unfortunately, your contract said you can be incredibly vague and I can't ask questions. But either way...
I don't know what you're talking about.
There it is. But either way, after being invited, the group then went back to the Little Devil Inn Tavern, had a few drinks, kicked back for the evening, went to bed, and woke up the next morning, immediately going out and finding a reputable place of business to buy fancy clothes, and which will be ready upon the next morning. But we we cut back to you all as you had run into a quote-unquote old ally of yours, Mr. Aaron Forrester, as Revan had remembered that he had left schematics for a possible weapon to be made by Mr. Aaron, who then gladly took you back to his blacksmith shop, Janae's, where he then took you down into his kind of workshop underground, and you all noticed the two items he had been working on, the large kind of structure with wheels underneath it, covered by a tarp, and the rather large-looking version of what Revan carries around in his hip. And with that, we are going to cut to you guys as you are in his shop, as he's just like, all right, this is where I work, Mr. Revan, if you want to come see what I made for you. It's not quite done yet, but it should be done in a couple days.
Looks fancy.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Well, Revan, so when will this be ready?
Thought it was soon, but
Oh, this should
Okay.
be, I should have it ready within, like, maybe a day or so. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it, making it
Ooh.
pretty.
Dang, okay. That's sooner than I thought. Nice.
Yeah, I've had a while to work on it. I have had 2 projects I've been working on, but this one seems to go a bit quicker. As he kind of walks over the table and lifts up the,
What's the other one?
yeah, I would like to look at this other thing because I know about the one because I gave it to you.
well, roll me, Mina or Revan. Actually, yeah, both of you roll me persuasion checks. And this is going to be like an added number.
Persuade. Ooh,
Persuade.
something happened with my D&D Beyond. Sorry.
Ah, dang it.
1 second. Go ahead and roll, Revan.
I got +2. Yeah.
Okay. I only have
That's 12.
A 12? Okay. Got a 12. Ooh, and a nat 20.
a nat 20.
So,
Yeah.
Fucked.
with that, you see Aaron. He was initially holding up the gun to kind of demonstrate, but he kind of then puts it down. He's like, "Well, to be honest, I'm pretty proud of this one." As he kind of then walks over to the large structure with a tarp on top of it, and he pulls it back, revealing a very strange kind of looking structure. It is a sort of thing that has 4 wheels, like a cart or of some sort, but it has this sort of. It appears to be some sort of solid sort of covering all around it. These 4 kind of doors, similar to a wagon's kind of like or a carriage's kind of door set, but made out of a strange sort of solid material. The interior seems to be able to suit like some smaller creatures. People like Aragon or Vanith would be a little bit tight, cramped in there, but they could fit. I was just like, all right, so this was, I mean. The wife was always complaining about having a carriage and horses. It's always cumbersome to take care of both of them. And she's like, why can't I have something that's just the 2 of them in one? And I thought, I might be able to make that, but I'm having trouble making it go.
Interesting.
Go. What's the issue?
Well, and he
Yeah.
kind of like brings you around to the front of it, opens like he kind of pops like the initial kind of front hood of it, and he kind of gestures and is like, I made kind of the outer structure, and I have components that make the wheels go, but I'm having trouble thinking of a device to kind of connect it to like you know how like the heart makes the body go.
Yeah.
This here don't have no heart yet, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Ooh.
But,
Maybe we could help.
Well, I mean, I might appreciate that because that Mr. Trask feller, he saw what I was making and he very much liked it, but he was saying that he'd like me to try and finish it before his well, not for his expose, but he said before the month or something, and I'm just like I'm kind of stressed out.
Aw. We could totally help.
Hey,
That'd be fun.
I'd be mighty
Right,
kind of y'all.
guys?
I'll always down to help. Whatever you need.
Well, that'd be
That
mighty
sounds
kind.
weird.
Are any of y'all
for you.
any of y'all experts in sort of the field of mechanics?
I'm a
So I work with
tinkerer,
guns,
so I know
okay.
how to use like clockwork stuff.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, if it's like clockwork, I can make like little clockwork stuff and things, but like,
Have you?
I don't know about something on this scale.
Well, let me ask you a question. Have you, like you said, you make clocks, right? You make like, I mean, not specifically clocks, but I'm sure you've made a
Mm-hmm.
clock. You
The
like,
clockwork devices,
and
yeah.
they've always have they always been able to run on their own, or do you need to like wind them up or anything?
You usually have to wind them, and like that'll just be something you have to repeatedly do over time. So that's kind of annoying.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way to get one that just like goes on its own forever. That never seems to happen. But
Well, something, yeah, I'm not familiar with clocks myself, but if I had at least the kind
Mhm.
of process of winding the clock and the mechanism, I think I could come up with something. Would you mind telling me how it works? As he kind of like pulls out a notebook and a pen, as he's kind of like sitting down next to you, Mina.
okay,
And with
I
that,
describe it to him.
roll me an intelligence check. See how well you
All
describe
right,
it.
+3.
Hey, an unnatural 20. Very nice. Yeah, it takes you
Sweet.
like it takes you a couple minutes, but you are able indeed to describe the kind of like small mechanisms that make a clock work, and how the winding mechanism is supposed to kind of like jumpstart it for a while. And he kind of like starts writing things down, and he's kind of like making notes as he's going. He's like, "All right, I think I can work with that. Won't have this done for a while, but I can definitely work with that. Thank you, Miss Mina."
Does
Of
this mean I get my
course.
gun for free?
Well, this was
Like,
I was gonna say this was just sort of a favor I was doing because once I get the thing fully tested out, I can start selling it. So you were gonna get it for free anyway, but yours was a sort of test model.
How does it work? And can you show it to me?
Uh, well, let's go up and out back. I set up a little like kind of range where I can shoot a couple cans off the thing, but it's not quite done yet. But I could definitely
okay.
give you a little demonstration. As he kind of like picks it up and he kind of like starts to kind of walk back towards the elevator with it over his back. Once you're all kind of like loaded up onto the thing, he starts like pulling the chain up and lifting it up, very slowly, since it's a lot harder going up than it is down. And he, once you guys are back up there, he leads you around back, and you see that there's a little kind of like fence post set up with a couple of cans on it. He kind of like puts the thing down on what looks like to be sort of an improvised tripod. It's like, all right, this thing's got a bit of a kick, so I have to strap it down so it don't break out my shoulder again. All right.
Oh, it broke your shoulder?
But
Again.
it almost done near broke my shoulder, but when I have it strapped into this kind of mechanism, it's pretty easy to use. But if you're like, shooting from the hip, you may get hit in the face.
Fair enough.
All right.
Oh, that's very powerful.
So first off,
Kind of scary.
15
Well, damn.
with oh no, that's a low roll at a D100.
Not
Oh
great.
god. I'm
So
gonna blow up on him.
you guys notice how the tripod has like he rests on it and he kind of like straps one part in, but you see that like there's multiple straps as he kind of like shoots the can out of existence, but it kind of like kicks up towards the gun goes up into the sky and knocks him onto his back. It's like, ugh.
I go run over to help him.
Oh
I ask
gosh.
if he's okay.
Yeah,
I'm all right. My shoulder. Oh god.
Would you like me to heal you?
I mean, I don't think do you have just like a bag of ice?
We can find somewhere that has
Conjure
ice.
that up.
Don't worry about it. It's
Oh yeah, no, I control water. I can freeze it, so
all right. Then
I go ahead and use my conjure.
you conjure up. You kind of like start waving your hands about. You're not quite sure how it works because there's no water around. But the amulet sort of glows for a second as ice starts to materialize in between your hands.
sweet. All right, and then I hand that to him.
Like, is he kind of just like opens his shirt and puts the thing in? There's like, oh, that's not. Oh, might kind of you miss. Might be okay. Maybe,
Oh yeah.
maybe 2 days before that thing's finally ready.
Oh, that's okay. We understand.
Might kind of y'all, but I'm very happy, Mr. Revan. Does this look at least something like you'd want to use, or?
I mean, absolutely.
All right, then you.
I love guns.
Well, then the next time you go out on a big old adventure or whatnot, you let me know so you can pick this bad boy up. I'll try and hammer it down a bit so it's a little bit more stable. But ooh, that thing got a kick.
And how far does it shoot? Do you know?
I mean, I've only been shooting in my backyard, so I don't know the exact distance. But I'm sure it'll be a bit of a test thing. You'll have to see how far it go.
Okay.
There's not a lot of like large spaces to shoot. I mean, to be fair, we're in a city, so I'm glad there's not a lot of large spaces to shoot, or else that'd be kind of questionable. But either way, oh shit!
Do you feel like it's pretty accurate?
I mean, when it's stable, it definitely can take something out. You see that where that can used to be, now it's half a can. And you kind of look
imagine
over
that being a head.
Yeah,
half a head.
I mean, that's quite a grim way to think about it, but yeah, you could do that.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
That's right. But yeah, Revan,
That's
you look
disturbing,
over.
Revan.
Revan, you indeed do look over.
If I gotta kill somebody, then I gotta use it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
It's just how it be.
You do indeed look over and see how on the ground there's indeed half a can, and then about like after the conversation ends, you hear tink, 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 as the other half of the can finally falls to the ground.
Oh
my! I smile and I rub my hands together.
Well, I can do for y'all, let me know, but I gotta get a move on, try and find a place to get a suit.
Oh, are we gonna see
you
there?
Good.
Well, Mr. Traston told me
Good
to
luck
come
with
there.
that.
Might kind of you guys. I hope I do my best. I'm nervous as a tea kettle on a stove.
Hey, don't be. If you can make things as cool as this big ass gun and that drivey thingy, I think you'll be all right.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of the horse's carriage already. I just need to figure out how to get it moving.
Well, hopefully Mina can help you with that.
I mean, she gave me some damn fine notes. Anyway, if any of y'all need any blacksmithing or anything like that, you come on back.
You know it.
Alrighty,
I give him like
that
the bro clasp, like hug handshake, you know, that thing.
What can I say about that?
Damn, there's a bunch of dogs loose in the streets again. But yes,
somebody should take him out back.
He will respond.
Those aren't dogs.
Those damn dogs.
Noah's running through the streets, but yeah, he'll walk up to you and kind of like he'll do it as well, but you can audibly tell that like his shoulder's still very sore. So when you kind of like do the hug part, it's like
Oh.
But yeah,
well,
you guys
gonna go for the other side.
That's all right. I mean, either way, it would have hurt because it's still you bumping up against him. But either way,
true.
You guys have officially made a new ally, Aaron Forrester. As you all depart from his shop. Let me write that down real quick.
We gotta make sure we take him to the farm at one point.
Oh, I
Hey,
think he's happy here though. He's married.
You know what? That'd be a great place to test the gun out if you ever have the chance. But either way,
I didn't say we were gonna keep
Whoever
it.
gets to go to the farm.
what did you all do with my husband? Well, we took him to a farm. He's able to run free. There's a lot of space. He's real happy there.
Oh shit!
Either way,
He's so happy there.
so you guys exit to the blacksmith shop, Janae's, as you are all now back on the street. You have your clothes ordered. You know that the party is tomorrow. You could go back to the tavern and go look for any other loose ends you want to do, or any people you want to invite. What's you all thinking to do?
Yeah, I'm ready for the party.
Well,
now.
Revan, you better go find your girlfriend.
I already sent her an invite.
Hold on a
She's
second.
gonna be great.
What, by minute?
I thought
Have
that
you
I
even
had.
seen her
Chandler,
since we
didn't I
came
send
back?
it?
Revan,
We've only been back for like a day.
so here's what happened. You guys went to the bar and went to sleep, and then you woke up and got clothes. When did you send your girl an invite?
I thought I literally said as soon as we got the invite to have somebody send it when we were at the meeting.
No, I didn't hear that.
I don't
You're
want
gonna
to
have
hear from you, dwarf.
You're gonna have to find
Fine.
Arrakis to send a message, because that's
Yeah,
the
where
only
the
way you
hell's
could.
Arrakis?
Probably back at the bar.
All right, I go
Typical
there.
forgetfulness.
Don't worry, that's why I pulled the mic to my face to be as interconscious.
Yeah,
Conscience?
I realized it all on my
Conscious?
own.
Is that I gotta work on
Conscience.
pronunciation. Conscience?
Conscience. Yep.
What did I say? Conscious?
Conscience.
Like an idiot initially. But either
Yeah,
way,
you're fine.
Revan's interconscience is how he pronounces it. So, Revan, yeah, you kind of think like, oh right, I should talk to my girlfriend. I'm gonna run back to the bar.
I'm real fast.
Like, do we even know where she is? I remember us saying that, like,
Who lives in the city?
her place was in the area that, like, they found all of the, what was it, District 2, where they found all of the underground black market stuff,
Yeah,
so we don't even know where she is.
The last you guys heard of Janice and Wanda was that they were staying with a
Lovely
Mr.
man.
Duncan McLagan in District 2 at the
Oh
Grand
yeah, I
Casino.
remember him.
However, you then head back to the bar after being told that District 2 has been evacuated and people have been, dispersed accordingly. And getting back to the bar, you do indeed see Arrakis. He's sitting at a table, just sort of, or he's sitting at the bar, kind of like cleaning glasses and whatnot, as no one else is there. As you see you go, he sees you all walk. He's like, "Oh, hey guys."
All right, I have a very specific mission for you, Baracus.
All right.
I need you to send the lovely, lovely Jan a message to get her finest clothing, and that will, and that to meet us at wherever this ball is.
Oh,
And tell her to bring her grandma too for Vanith.
All right, I'll send her a message. Give me one
Please and
second.
thank
As he puts the glass and the rag down, as he puts his fingers to his temple, Xavier style, and starts to think for a second.
God, I love this character.
Hey Jan, it's Arrakis and Revan. Big
Hi,
party.
Jan.
Wear your nicest clothes. Tell your mother
Bring
to as
grandma.
well. We're back in the city, by the way. Revan misses you. Then he kind of opens his eyes and just waits for a second. He puts a finger out. Hold on. As he kind of stands there holding his finger, he's like, "Oh, I'm getting a message back."
She dumped him.
Okay. Okay.
Don't you dare.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, she's glad you're back in the city. She already has a dress for herself picked out because Mr. McLagan was invited and he was bringing the two of them as his +2. Apparently, he's got a +2. They are taken care of, and they're staying in a sort of higher end sort of hotel in District 5. I think they said. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of trailed out a second. Myself, I'm a bit giddy because I've been ironing my suit all morning because I was also invited for some reason.
Of course you
Oh,
were.
Of course you were.
I mean, I don't know why. I've been helping you guys out, but I'm just a librarian. Like, I don't know why I'd be asked to go.
Because you're
Oh,
part
you're
of
very
us now.
important.
You're gonna have to get over it.
Yeah, if we're good enough to go, then you obviously are.
Well, you guys are like actual heroes for this place. I'm just a guy that showed up from, I guess, space.
Now,
He's a
but
hero.
now you're helping us. You're also a hero.
Really? Does that make me part of the Triple D? The Doomsday Defenders?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been holding on to that one for a bit. I've really been wanted to lobby that one for you guys as an abbreviation.
Mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm.
we knew.
It's
We knew all along.
perfect.
Lots of D's.
I did not think of that, damn it. Zarek is just kind of like he kind of like leans over the counter and laughs for. He's like, okay, damn it, that's good. Well,
I
then,
wink at him.
well then, that's. I mean, hey, Janice is ready for the ball at least. Did anything you guys need before that, or are you guys all set?
Hey, you wanna take a shot with me, Arrakis?
What?
Uh,
Isn't it like early in the day?
yeah, it's
No,
like
we're getting ready to go soon, right?
it's like noon. The party is tomorrow night.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, missed
I
it.
mean, I'm gonna roll something for Arrakis real quick. Revan, odds or evens?
Oh no.
Odds.
Well, son of a bitch, Arrakis is just like, you know what? We've been on a long ass journey. We're having a bit of time to kick our feet up. Why not? It may be 12:30, but why not? As he kind of like picks up a bottle and just pours
Oh,
two
no.
shots.
Hey, it's
Oh,
drinking
no.
time somewhere,
What have you
right?
done?
Wouldn't that be such a good song? Drinking time somewhere.
You
Oh,
know
no.
what? I think old Danny said
Oh,
something
no.
about that too, and I had to give it to him. That would be a decent idea. As he kind of just tosses a shot back.
I toss one back with him and I ask if Vanith
Oh,
or
my.
Aragon or Mina or even our dwarven friend would like to join us.
Absolutely not.
Vanith is constantly in a state of
Absolutely.
flipping. He is fine, but he's just doing backflips in place. You know how like NPCs have idle animations? That's Vanith's idle animation. It's just him
Oh
flipping.
god. I can't believe he doesn't get
I love it.
sick off of this.
But
What
yes,
about you, dwarf? You want a drink?
I'll take a shot.
Oh yeah! Get
Practice.
over here.
pours you
Ooh.
one too. He hands you one, and it's nothing crazy because he grabs something. It's just like it's the middle of the day, so you're not getting like crazy stuff. So you and Revan both can drink it easily, as can he. If you were humans, maybe like an advantage constitution check, but no one in this party is human, or at least not anymore. Either way, you guys, casual afternoon. Do you guys just sort of hang out, relax and wait till the next day?
Not anymore. What?
Don't
worry was-
don't worry about that part. It's fine.
No.
Technically, he's still
No.
human. He's still human.
No.
Just don't worry about it. Also, hello, Mono. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully, you're having a good evening. But yeah, either way, brushing over what I just said a moment ago, is there anything you guys do for the rest of the day? You have your affairs in order for the most part? You just sort of wait till the next morning to pick up your clothes?
Yeah, just kind of chilling.
Alrighty then, we're going to do a bit of a time skip to tomorrow morning if everyone's fine with that.
Let's do it.
But I will also go over the rules of the invitation which were given to you all. As Arrakis kind of starts to read his out as you guys are drinking. Alright, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here, so I'm going to read the invitation. Dear sir or madam, you are cordially invited to the King's Gala for a expose from Trask Industries. Guy's a bit creepy in my opinion, but that's fine. You are expected to wear your finest attire, leave your weapons at home, and be ready for an evening of social gathering and elegance, where Mr. Trask himself will show off the newest innovations from Trask Industries. Do any of you have any reservations about leaving your weapons here?
I do. I'm gonna
Of
keep
course,
one of my pistols
I mean-
with
he
me.
does.
Well, you gotta understand here, Eris, that there has been a lot of
What did you call her? Sid?
situations where if we didn't have our weapons with us, that things would go down the tubes, as they say.
I think it'll go down the tubes if you bring your gun with you.
Miss
Ooh.
Miss Eris, if I may, I am but a humble traveler. I prefer them to have at least something, maybe a knife or something at the very least, because shit tends to happen. Yes.
Around us,
All right,
yeah.
wise
I mean,
traveler.
I'm okay because I'm a sorcerer,
Yeah, it's not great.
but
You know?
like I'm gonna say as a spellcaster, I can
So
just
what do we do?
do a couple. Well, I mean, like they may
Oh,
have
wait,
a,
wait, wait,
they may have like a checkpoint
Wait,
where you
wait.
can check your weapon. That way it's
Wait,
nearby.
wait. Do you have like a teleportation
Hello?
spell?
I
Yes.
have the bag of holding.
That's a
We
good
can just
point.
put our weapons in the bag of holding, and
Yes.
then they'll just think it's my cute purse.
That's a very good point.
That is something we could do. But wait, I want to hear this really quickly.
Yes.
Arrakis,
Yes.
do you have a teleportation spell?
Let me think for a moment as I'm going to quickly go through Arax's spellbook.
That's a pretty advanced spell. I mean, I know that he's a way more skilled sorcerer than I am, but like that's still pretty advanced stuff.
I mean no disrespect, but I am no sorcerer. I am a wizard of the highest caliber, and I do have teleportation circle.
Oh, I apologize.
That's
Wait,
fine.
why is he drunk? Isn't it the next day?
We've been drinking for like 3 hours.
I thought it was the next day.
No, it's
Yeah,
still
we
the
haven't gone
evening.
to bed yet.
We didn't time skip
Oh,
yet. We're kind of
okay.
halfway between a time skip, so Arax is just drunk.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
you started
All right.
drinking so early.
But
Well,
yeah,
some of us can handle our liquor and some of us can't.
it's
okay.
4
He's doing
o'clock
great.
and we've been drinking for 3 hours. But yes, I do have a teleportation circle. Takes me a minute.
Okay.
I think
what
I
if we
need
did
to,
this, guys?
I do need to know a place where we can teleport to, and I don't. Well, I know one place, but I don't know
Well,
if
what
it's
I
a
was
good
going to
idea.
ask is, could we put all of our weapons in one teleportation circle, right? And then you teleport them to us if we need them at the party.
So that's not how that works, Revan. He
Okay.
kind of takes a second to sit down and explain to you the machinations of teleportation circle, where he has to draw it out on the spot so you guys can teleport to a spot he knows of, but he can't teleport things to you. So
Well,
that's
I mean,
not.
could he just
That's
stay-
how they.
Ah.
or could he like go there and then come back with our weapons?
I could, but that's a lot of spell slots or spells to expend for a day. Like I could banish a person to another dimension if I wanted to. If I did do 2 teleportation circles.
Oh shit.
But I can banish them to hell with a shot from my gun.
I could do that with a spell for at least a
But-
minute.
But if Arrakis is anything to go by, being sent to another dimension is pretty jarring.
It is very jarring.
Yeah.
But here's
All right.
here's the basic idea I'm gonna give to you guys. You have a bag of holding with all your equipment in it. If they have a spot that's like, hey, would you
Yep.
like to check your bag? They put it away. You know where it is. If shit goes down, you know where your stuff is.
See, that's what I was trying to
Mhm.
avoid, because then Mina's just gonna have to carry around the bag of holding all the time, because I don't trust it. You know, what if
That's
somebody uses
not a-
detect magic
not a
and then
big
just takes
deal.
it?
Well, here
I don't want to lose my guns.
Well,
There are only like 2 of them in existence.
Well, that's the fun thing about it, Mr. Revan. You can only take things out of the bag that you know are in the bag. Like, if you just pick up a bag of holding and think, I want this, you're only going to get this if that's in there. As far as I know.
True. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
learning things from my.
So they
my
wouldn't even
drunken
know what to look
friend.
for.
Yes, you see, the benefits of being a librarian is that I've read up on a lot of things.
Would you consider yourself to be a sexy librarian?
I mean,
Yes.
It's brutal.
I'm a bit, I mean, look, I know I have a very handsome face, but I'm fairly scrawny, I'm kind of a string bean to most people.
Some people are into that.
Thank you, Eris. I do appreciate
Find
that. That kind of
someone.
lifts my. I mean, I haven't had time to think about that either, Revan, because of the fact that I teleported to another dimension. I've been just sort of trying to learn your guys'
Which again is
history.
very jarring.
I haven't really sought out
Clearly you're a
romanticisms.
stud. Clearly you are a stud. So it doesn't matter.
I don't
you
think
know.
I was not a stud. He's now kind of blushing. He's like, I'm not a stud.
Aw, you're very cute.
No. But then eventually, you guys learn that like this is the events of the party. You can talk up at Arrakis as much as you want, but eventually the night will come. You won't go to sleep. Wake up the next morning feeling good. Your clothing would be supposedly ready at this time if you're all waking up early enough to go get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You see Arrakis kind of ironing his clothes in the forge room just because of the expensive heat. He's like, I'm feeling alright, a little hungover, but I should be good for the evening. I'll see you all in the at the party.
Do you want Mina to, use a spell to, heal you?
It's not really enough damage, it's just, it's like if there was a sort of small sort of item I could just ingest that gets rid of head makes or something like that. You know what? I should talk to a chemist.
You could do, you could do a little hair of the dog and just take a shot.
No,
Yeah,
look, I don't want to make a habit out of drinking, guys, alright? When I said I am decent looking last night, that's only because of the fact that I'm scrawny. If I start drinking now, I'm gonna look like a bloated mess.
No, if you say so.
Look, listen, Revan, I can see why you would because of the fact that elves can process that stuff, but I've seen tieflings that drink and they get fat quick.
Now,
Oh my!
now I know that.
Yeah, I
Now
knew a guy
know
back in my dimension called Torment. He drank like a mother, and he turned into a real bloated son of a bitch.
I would love to meet this man
That's
one day.
unfortunate.
I mean, if he still exists, maybe you'll meet him, but I don't know if he does. Either way,
That is a good question.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, one person from my universe
That's
still
sad.
exists. Actually, no, two people exist from my universe. My mother, who adopted me, and then Danny somehow. So I guess maybe Torment exists somehow.
We should go back to your universe one day if we figure it out and meet me.
Again, I don't know if that's possible, because the last I remembered, it was literally all fading to dust around me.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
oh,
Yeah,
Good thing
you-
you're
that's
here.
so scary.
yeah, it was terrifying. But you know what? I feel like I've recovered a bit, actually,
Oh,
I've been through so much horrible shit. I've had weird visions of other universes, horrible nightmares, but now I'm kind of feeling like I'm on the up and up finally.
oh,
give him a hug.
good.
He kind of like, you give him a hug, he's like, thanks, buddy. He kind of hugs you back.
I walk out with a smile. I say, "We'll see you later, good sir."
All right, I'll see you guys at the party. As you all leave.
Alright.
And you head to the clothing store. As you all make your way to District 4, you see the sign says reserved for customers. As you all assume those are probably you guys. As you push your way in, you hear the door go tling. As you hear a voice go, I'll be alright, ma'am. One moment, please. I'm putting a couple of finishing touches on the.
Hey, take your time.
Okay.
You about 5 minutes pass, and he walks out, very much, wipes sweat from his tabaxi brow. Kind of takes a moment to collect himself. He sees you all, like, good morning. I am very glad you are all early. I've just
Good
finished.
morning.
Morning.
Perfect.
If you'd all like to come into the back to try on the clothes, let me know if I need to adjust anything or adjust any sleeves.
Alright.
I will do that.
Alright, and with that, here's the fun part where you guys get to see not only the clothing, but also the scale that I came up with you guys, so.
How about that?
Oh.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
The rough
I
kind
look
of
pretty dapper.
the kind of scaling I have for you guys and what I thought, like, yeah, this is height appropriate. But yeah, you kind of all
Eventually. I'll
Those
be
are so awesome.
thank you.
I'm gonna throw this jacket.
I'll eventually be able to see it. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh, it's so cute!
Thank you. Quick shout out to Hero Forge. We're not sponsored, but we'd like to be. Hero Forge, I love your content. I'm obsessed with it. Please reach out to the Game House.
I will get it. I
Aw.
will work
It all
on a
looks
good
so
deal for that shit.
good.
But yes, all joking sponsorships aside, you guys, get suited up. You put your respective clothes on. You see Vaneth get his specific type of suit. He requested a bespoke suit, I believe was the way he pronounced it. I can't. Where are my notes? There they are. A bespoke suit with a match with his current magical hat to match. Accents of green to harken back to his normal outfits. Then you see, Aragon getting his very, a very plain but still very nice and dapper looking suit that fits him. Unfortunately, there's no shoes that fit Dragonborns, but still the pants are tailored in a way that it's very formal looking still. Revan, you're given your sort of attempt at an admiral's inspired outfit, the long flowing purple overcoat with gold accents, a green shirt, and white pants, kind of like riding pants for like a horse, but they complement the outfit well. Eris, you were given robes that were silver and blue. I don't know why there's a bit of green. That might have been a accident on the creator's part, but your outfit is definitely only silver and blue. Ignore that green part. I don't know why that's there. Eee.
Awesome.
Wait, I don't see any green.
The kind of like the middle of her chest where there's there's the blue shoulder part and then the little blue part that like goes down and like makes like the kind of
Oh, that looks gray to me.
Next to her hammer.
or the flagon. I think I'm just weird with colors. It does look gray now that you said that.
Yeah, because my shirt's green.
Your shirt is indeed green. You know what? I think my eyes are going crazy because now it looks terribly gray that you said it's gray.
To me.
But hey,
Yeah.
it all worked out. And then lastly, Mina, you were given your robes. They sort of like very dark red with black accents. As you kind of put the stuff on in the changing room, you see your necklace sort of adjusts to where the kind of silver strap adjusts to be like this black metal to go with the flowing gown and cape. That's
so cool.
But yes, you guys have tried on your outfits. They're quite nice. You spend a little time getting it fitted as the tabaxi gentleman's like, oh, hold on, I need to adjust the sleeve here, adjust the waistline. He kind of does it on the fly, and they look really, really good. Are you guys wearing this out and sort of heading straight to the castle? Are you waiting around, or are you doing anything else?
Oh, I definitely am. I'm ready for my girlfriend to be impressed.
Alrighty then. So we're gonna do a micro time skip as you guys sort of you let the tabaxi gentleman take his time to adjust the outfits accordingly, and as it's getting closer towards the time for the gala or the expose, as I put it, you will nod to the gentleman and you let him know that you'll be sporting his brand as well as you can. As you all make your way to the King's District, you come to the front door as the guard's showing you in and head into the King's Ballroom as you see a litany of people.
That's exciting.
And there are indeed more people than I put on screen, but it's just like I don't want to have to move that many pictures around, and also I don't want to have to design that many people.
Yeah, understandable.
But
I
yes,
can't believe you designed this many people. Holy shit.
Yeah.
well, thankfully I was able to get a lot of reused assets from other campaigns. But yes, you guys walk in, you see plenty of people sort of chatting, talking, whatnot. The most noticeable people you can see at the front are Arrakis, Felden, and Enna. They're talking to another sort of high elven or sort of another kind of wood elven looking gentleman with one of the maitre d' sort of taking orders and kind of walking about the entirety of the group. You see the generals of the city. You see near the stage the king and queen, as well as Mr. Trask himself with another general nearby. You see, kind of near those guys are Talia Quest, the woman from the Church of Palar, as well as the mother of Frank, the guy you gave the robot's head to. And kind of talking to her, you see Aaron and his wife, which you just saw the day prior. You see quite a few people. And Revan, you were able to see kind of like standing near Feldman is Wanda, Janice, and Mr. McLagan talking to one of the city officials. Sadly, the photo does not do any of these people justice because they now all look like they're horribly squished.
It's all right. I'm assuming that the mom and the daughter are matching, right?
Yeah, they're wearing the similar
In
kind
terms of colors
to Mr. McLagan.
Okay.
But yes, you see, there's a sort of open bar at the end, which one of the generals is sitting at drinking. There's a few guards in the room and whatnot, as people are just the upper crust of society. They're schmoozing, they're walking around, they're doing their thing, As you all sort of
Are
can
we
enter
able to
from.
place our characters?
Yes, you can place them right up here. If you can see where I'm picking.
Where? Oh. Yes. I was scrolled too far down.
Coming.
Man.
Let me put Vanith up there.
I hope
All
Zach
right.
is watching.
But yes,
They're
you all walk in,
There you are.
dressed to the nines as well as anybody else here. As you see a couple of people kind of nod to you, and you see Arrakis sort of start to walk up to the group. He was like, "Wow, you guys look great."
So do you, my dapper friend.
Hey.
Oh, I mean, these are just the family robes, but I mean, I'm just glad I was able to clean them up a bit. Yeah, you guys look wonderful. By the way, who is Anthony? Like, I know of the Anthony Trask guy, but what does he do exactly? He just seems kind of like creepy to me.
He's just a little eccentric.
He's an inventor, business person, right?
Give me, for anyone who wants to roll me an intelligence check.
I mean, I thought I was right, wasn't I?
What did you say, Revan?
I said he was eccentric.
He is indeed eccentric. That is true. But just to kind of, give an affirmation to your guys' assertions. 13.
Uh-oh.
Or assumptions, I guess. Assertions are more like kind of insulting assumption. And an assumption is just like a general thing. But Mina with a 13.
Anybody else want to roll?
Revan with a 74 on a D20.
How about that?
Yeah, Revan, Revan, you turn out to be a huge fan of Anthony Trask with a 74 out of 20. This guy designs top of the line, kind of androids to defend cities. No, we're going with a 74. Fuck it, let's do it.
Right.
I know this man. I've read every single thing, Baracus. I love him more than you even, which is shocking because I love him quite a bit.
You would know that he is a interesting individual, morals unknown, but that he is at least brilliant.
Brilliant.
When it comes to like robotics.
Doesn't mean I don't
Incredible.
love him, but I'm gonna have to go and see my lady. So
yeah,
I will talk to you in a bit, my friend.
All right, you make your way over, and you see Jan, Wanda, and McLagan start talking. One of the council members, as she kind of like turns and sees like, Revan, oh, so good to see you finally. And she kind of runs over and hugs you. It's like I don't know how to describe it. I have not been in a relationship for a while, so I don't know how to describe it. But either way, she's happy to see you. She's very happy to see you.
I'm happy to see her too, and I give her a nice big hug back and a little smooch.
Oh, how nice.
Disgusting.
But yeah, she looks. She's like, I'm so glad you guys finally got back. Your friend who talks in my brain told me you got back recently. I'm just very glad you guys are all right.
Yeah, it's kind of the easiest way to make sure that you and I are be able to talk because then you know where I'm at.
Fair enough.
I don't want to worry you, darling.
I appreciate that, but admittedly, it was a bit jarring the first time where I just hear a voice in my head. I'm just like, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have warned you ahead of time.
It's all right. Adventurers are always getting into such strange predicaments. I figured it's best to try and go with the flow.
This
Probably
is why
not
you're the best, my dear.
a bad idea. Yeah.
What are you doing here, Mina?
Oh, I'm coming to judge you.
Oh, leave him alone. I mean, he's fine.
Wow.
Wow.
Ouch.
Oh.
She went from so excited to see me to.
She's still excited, but Revan, you do know that, like, as you give shit to people, she's kind of picked up on it. And she's like, I guess he jokes around with his friends, so I guess I'll do the same.
Oh, okay.
She,
good, good,
you
good.
have. Oh God, I'm not gonna say that. You have made an
Devilish
impression,
love.
is what I'm going to say.
She loves me.
Yes, I'm
She
so
knows
glad I
it.
came up with native impression as opposed to the alternative. But either way, she sort of gestures to her mother, who sees you all. Is like, oh, look who's finally back. So nice to see you all again.
I go and I give her, one of those like awkward hugs too, and then I I catch Bandit's eye and tell him to come over.
He starts to
Aw.
walk over. It's like, hey, how's my acrobatics, buddy? It's like, oh, I've been fine. I've been just, swept off my feet a little bit, but I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what happened with District 2?
Oh, she kind of taps someone on the shoulder next to her. She's like, sweetie, do you mind filling them in? And you see Mr. McLagan turn around, and he's smoking a cigar. He's like, oh, look who's finally back. Oh, it's good to see you all again.
It's good
Mr.
to see
McLagan,
you.
as always, a pleasure.
It's good to see you again, Revan. And he kind of shakes your hand firmly. He's like, District 2. Well, me and my dear associate here, as he kind of like puts an arm around Wanda. He's like, we were all staying at the casino area, and unfortunately, it seems that there was a bit of dodgy business going on underneath the casino.
Underneath the casino, that's really weird.
I could never imagine.
I mean, I always assumed that, like, casinos are probably in on those kinds of things, but right underneath seems a bit too obvious. But I guess somebody thought so obvious it's covert in a way, but it's all a horrible thing. There's the entire district had to be closed, people removed. I was trying my best to help accommodate people. But luckily we were able to help, the city was able to figure things out, and I was very happy to at least help people get housed for a while. But apparently now a lot of people are going to be working in District 2 for that Trask fellow.
Yeah. Tell me how your feelings on him.
I mean, I have to
We
give
don't
it to
know
him.
him.
He's quite the inventive industrialist, but a bit of a,
Mhm.
how do I say this politely? I mean, I guess there isn't. The boy is nuttier than a candy bar with nuts.
It's a great way to
Okay,
describe it,
okay.
my friend.
So, should we be at all concerned that all of his robots are all over the city?
I mean, I wouldn't say that because he's got them in multiple countries. Like, they've been in Solitane, they've been in here. I've heard the rumor they're out in Welland, which would be very awkward for the king to know about. But for the most part, they don't seem to be, there's a few that go haywire, but I mean, he usually gets those taken care of.
They're in other countries too.
For
Okay. All right.
the most
Totally
part,
not concerning at all.
I mean, for the most part, there, I think he just got a thing for I mean, I don't know how to put it, but I think the boy's got a thing for androids, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh.
Right, I know it's strange. I thought I loved my
Awkward
hobbies.
times.
Mhm.
But either way, it's good to see you all. I see you got some new faces amongst you. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too,
Yes.
I think.
Oh, it's dwarves. Always confused about Mr. McLagan. Pleased to meet you. As
Nice to meet you too.
you know what? Eris, go roll me an intelligence check to see if you know of McLagan. Duncan McLagan.
What a great name. by the way.
Remind me how to roll again.
It is a / roll 1d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Modifier. Either that or you can do just /R 1d20.
A 3. You're not sure who this guy is, but he seems quite friendly. Like, he seems like a good guy at the very least. You just don't know what he's done to get here.
As she's
That's
talking
alright,
to
you're
him,
not from here.
as she's talking to him, I look across. I see this son of a bitch. I start glaring at him.
Yeah, no, you see him. He's got his back to you. He's talking to a couple other people and whatnot. But yeah. Is there any people
I just
you guys...
want it to be known I'm glaring at him until he pays attention to me at some point. I'm
All
not
right.
trying to get his attention, but, you know, I'm prepared for when he looks at me. Or near me.
Wow, somebody is really desperate for attention from this person.
Yeah, Revan,
you know?
you kind of leer at him for like a couple minutes straight as your girlfriend's just like, what are you looking at? And you just, eventually, this guy looks over his shoulder at you with one eye, cracks a smile, nods, and just looks back in front of him.
I flip him off.
And your girlfriend immediately kind of like puts her hands over your fingers like, what are you doing?
I
Honey?
smack him.
You don't
How dare you.
understand. You don't understand. That son of a
Will you-
bitch thinks better than
I don't know what
It doesn't matter.
you're talking about.
I'm not talking to you, Nina. Fuck off.
Nice.
But yes, do any of you guys, Mina, Eris, Aragon, is there any people in the room you go speak to? Is there any people you look for? Is there anything you do? As I said, there's this kind of like large stage area. There's a couple of guards. There's a couple of doors that are marked, bathrooms. There's the open bar over here.
I don't know. This is pretty entertaining just watching Revan. So I might just hang out and be obnoxious.
All right.
Sort of like an annoying little sister.
Gee, I could not have seen the inspiration for that one.
Plot twist.
But either way, in that case, Aragon or Eris, is there anything you guys do?
I'm enjoying watching this show too.
Fair enough.
Is there a bar here?
Yes.
Is this down here in the bottom right?
Yes, this is kind of like open bar area where it's kind of like, the table structure. I really wish the program I used was able to make like a proper looking bar as opposed to just me stacking tables together.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar.
All right, you kind of head there. There's this kind of like, a ginger woman kind of like mixing drinks like, hello there, how can I help you?
Yeah. What kind of whiskey do you have?
Oh, we got, let's see, we got the high-end stuff. We have Lone Rider 25 Reserve. We have the Double Barrel Branded Oak. We have, and she kind of goes through a litany of, like, at least 5 different types of, high-end whiskey.
Gotcha.
Is it an open bar?
On second thought, what's like the fruitiest, most colorful drink you have?
Oh, well, I do indeed have a cocktail from the island of Polderon. It is what was it called? The presidential plumage. It is a sort of a drink that's specially served to the president of that island, but we were able to figure out the recipe, and the king was very adamant about having it served. So, would you care for a presidential plumage? Why does it sound so weird to say?
That sounds good. I'm looking for a drink where if you see someone holding it, you immediately can't take them seriously anymore.
Oh.
Very well. I'll make adjustments as accordingly, sir. As she kind of like starts to mix things together.
Yeah.
And she
Okay,
kind
excellent.
of like gives you a slight history of the drink, where it's like it's actually based off a recipe called the Sundowner. It's quite a very strong drink that the president of the country makes, but had a couple of accents added to it. And she kind of like starts shaking it over her shoulder. and she like kind of starts looking for a very kind of like decadent, at first a very refined decadent cup or chalice, but it's like right, and then she kind of immediately goes for a more kind of like fun looking cup. It's still a very fancy looking cup, but it's just more like, like, look at me, I'm flashy. As she starts to pour it in, and then add a couple of accompanying peacock feathers.
Oh, excellent,
my.
excellent. So this is not actually for me. This is for the purple man over there at the other end of the room. His name, and he's really gonna love this. I really appreciate that.
Oh, purple man. I see a man wearing purple. Do you mean the high elf or the tiefling? What was his name again?
Revan.
Revan.
Yeah. You see him over there, behind the almost comically short person.
Oh, I believe, yes, I do believe I see him. Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
I will have someone take this to him immediately.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries. Is there anything I can get you?
No, that'll be great. You've done plenty.
Very well then. Thank you for your. Enjoy the rest of your evening, sir. As you see one of the maitre d's kind of come over and start to carry the drink to Revan.
Excellent.
As Revan, as you're kind of having the discussion, you feel kind of like a tray presented in front of you, like, a drink for you, sir, from a supposed friend.
Can you point out this friend?
Sadly, I could not. All I can tell you is that the drink has been ordered for you, and he kind of presents you with this very, like, flamboyant, very colorful, very strong-looking drink.
Are you able to tell me what's in it or not?
Are you familiar with the drink of the Sundowner? And roll me an intelligence check.
I'm not.
Nope.
To be honest with you guys.
He doesn't know shit.
Oh, I kind of might know.
Yeah, okay, so at the very least, you know that the Sundowner is a mixture of rum, vodka, tequila, whiskey, and a few other drinks. It's pretty much one of those drinks to where if someone's gonna get lit, they're getting lit.
Yeah,
Trash can.
Yeah.
Hey, Brax knows what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I do too, but I like to call it the Sundowner because as soon as you start drinking it, the sun's going down.
I start sipping on it. I thank the man and I tip him.
Very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. As you start to
And
drink,
just to be sure, you're also sipping it through this incredibly elaborate squiggly straw.
yes.
And I'm still staring down the other elf. He's very intimidating.
But with that going on, as you guys are, you're all, you're having fun. It's a light evening. Everyone's kind of starting to speak out to everyone. You see the kind of like lights dim a bit as walking up to the stage is Mr. Anthony Trask, who kind of, with his one arm kind of starts to, call everyone's attention. Yes, evening everyone. I do hope your evenings have been going well. I'm so sorry to interrupt the libations and conversations, but we are here for a reason. And that reason is the safety of the public, the safety of our fair people, the people who work so tirelessly to make sure that everything we do is worth our efforts. We're here to lead the people. We're here to guide the people. But most importantly, in my opinion, we are here to protect the people. Now, you all know I, myself, have spent timeless hours to protect the people of this city by inventing what you all refer to as the Trask bots. I myself refer to them simply as the Mark Ones. Go ahead, coming out, boys! As you start to hear the sound of like heavy kind of like footsteps as you see Trask bots start to march out on stage next to him. These like 6 foot tall sort of like androids. Most of them kind of adorned with sword and shield. But then you start to see the ones that are trailing at the back, carrying these heavy kind of like looking sort of cannons, but they don't look like a traditional sort of cannon you'd see on a ship. They look to be some type of odd make with a kind of canister affixed to them as they kind of like start to stand next to Mr. Trask. As he's like, as you all know, I am incredibly proud that my Mark Ones have been able to protect the streets, along with the burn units that were used upon the evening of that horrible, horrible invasion by that absolutely abysmal, draconic creature that released undead into our streets. The burn units, taking care of the refuse and residue of those horrible undead creatures. I could not tell you how proud I am to see them marching through the streets, making sure no contagion, no contaminant ruins our fair city. And a lot of you have been concerned with District 2. I have been as well. And not simply because of the fact that I'm trying to build a factory there to bring more jobs to people, but because I care about the working man. The working man, those are the people who put us on their backs, carry us to greatness, to glory. Without them, we have no city. And without us, they have no protection. A lot of you are probably wondering, why? Why, Trask, would you put your automatons at risk to protect people? Well, it's simple. I have a need. A need to make the streets safer, the world better, and the forces that protect the people exceptional. So, I have tirelessly been working towards improving upon my own designs. As you see the Trask bots start to kind of like step back, taking a formation. A lot of you are wondering. Quite a few incidents have left the city pregnable to attacks, to damage, to all sorts of horrible incidents. Well, I'd like you all to know, these attacks, these rebels, these monsters that have been defiling our fair streets are going to be on the run in no time. As I'd like to present to you not only the future of Trask bots, but the future of our streets' fair protection and safety. The Trask bot Mark II. As you see this massive thing start to stomp out on stage, standing at about 7'2", towering over Anthony with a kind of improved sort of armor set and a kind of like horned helmet, as he's just like
That's on fire.
Oh shit.
upgraded some of the finest weapons arts technology and the finest AI that Trask Industries can provide. These Mark IIs will start to flow the streets, accompanied by at least 3 Mark I's. For every 1 Mark II, there'll be 3 Mark I's, regardless of build, whether it be burn units or standard units. As you see the Mark II start to walk over towards the Mark I's and just kind of stand in front of them. But wait, I know a lot of you are still concerned. You see, with the cowards hiding underground and the recent information of creatures from the ocean at our borders, supposedly on a peaceful mission. I indeed hope they're on a peaceful mission. I am a man of peace. But I also recognize military formations when I see them. And so, it is with great pride and great honor I introduce to you 2 custom lines of Traskbot. To deal with those cowards hiding underground, I present to you the Trask Canyon Assault Droids. As you see 3 of these things. 4 arms, the 2 back arms having these massive blades built for plunging into canyon walls to kind of like climb down, start to walk out behind Trask and start to kind of like flank the side of him. Capable of climbing down any terrain, capable of getting into any dark crack, crevice, or any space where those cowards could hide from the swift arm of justice. But wait, I'm not just dealing with the criminals. I'm dealing with the foreign invaders. As I'd also like to introduce the Trask Aquatic Droid, as you see these more like aquatic built robots start to kind of also march along the side of him.
Feels like E3 or
I don't like this.
These robots here are fully waterproof, fully equipped to handle deep underdark pressures and scenarios. They, should the Triton or any sea creature of that matter feel big enough to step on land, well, not only will we fend them back, we'll chase them down. as the droids start to fall in.
Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, all of this is not simply mindless droids. These now have the finest AI I can program. The Mark 1s will serve the Mark 2s, and the new droids will be finely equipped. But I know what a lot of you are also thinking. Anthony, my friend, what happens to the ones that break down? What happens to constant resources needing to look in on these things? What happens when you aren't everywhere at once to make sure these things are working? Well, I'd like to introduce a very, very, very exciting innovation in the field of robotics. And I'd like to thank the Doomsday Defenders for bringing me this incredible innovation, for they went deep underground and found me an incredible find, an ancient guardian. Now, it didn't have its head, and I wasn't able to study it fully, but the amount of information I was able to find led me to two great discoveries. The first being a robot that is capable of reassembling its fallen comrades. I present to you the Trask Engineer, as you see this android start to walk out with tools and equipment, and it's literally kind of, it's a far more kind of small, humble looking droid, but it is equipped to fix other ones. I know this is all very exciting, very, very inspirational work. I myself fighting back tears. I'm so proud. My teams, but I didn't stop at the engineer. See, when the Doomsday Defenders, my dear friends over there, brought me that ancient guardian without a head, I saw that as a challenge, not just pick up a long forgotten droid that had been left asunder by the own divines that made it. I saw room for improvement. So I would like to introduce to you the leader of this new wave of droids, the Mark II Vault. As you see, the very familiar looking droid, now polished, far more shinier, with a new weapon sort of step up in between these things, as it just sort of brandishes this large, massive sword. It stands next to the Mark II. Not as tall, but far as just as equally deadly looking, as it kind of just stands there and looks to the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the future of your safety. The future of our people. The Traskbots. As you hear the crowd kind of start to clap. Now,
oh, man.
I understand that there's probably tons of questions, and I would love to, as you hear this electrical interference sound start to echo out at the Traskbots, kind of like slump for a second, shoulders going slack, heads facing down, as Anthony turns around and is like, "What? What is this? What's going on?" As the king kind of starts to look around, he kind of pulls his wife and he's like, "What's going on?" As the generals start to kind of form around the king. As the room itself...
I run to McLagan's and I say, "Get them out of here if anything happens."
Oh, I forgot to move him. So, you all hear... Where is this? Where is this? There it is. Okay. So, you all hear as the room starts to go dark. The door behind the bar. Aragon, were you still at the bar? Oh, I believe Braxton stepped away for a second. Yes, he has stepped away for a second. In that case, I will move him away from the bar automatically. So, behind the bar, as the room has gone very dimly lit. I'm gonna roll a dex save for this person.
Oh no.
Hey! They tuck and roll over that bar, no problem. As she gets to the other side of the bar, as the door just rockets out towards the stage, people ducking as it kind of breaks against the wall as the Traskbots are all slumped still, standing over. With that, coming from the bar, stepping out, you hear the voice, "Trask! Trask! Your time has come." You see Trask kind of cowering on stage as this metal figure starts to walk out. The woman at the bar starts to kind of just back away slowly as this thing just kind of like smashes through the bar, just kind of like with its big metallic fist, just just moving the broken bits out of the way as it keeps walking. Chunk, chunk,
I pull out my bag of holding.
God.
Everyone, I don't want you to worry. I have one problem with one man in this room. And that's you, Trask. As he kind of clicks his heel together and you hear as this thing starts to slowly fly up into the air of the room. And starts to kind of hover above people who are clearing out of the way because there are jets of fire under the sky. And with that,
I feel like we are in such a fucked position.
if you guys do want to try and roll initiative, you can.
Initiative!
Now, before anything,
Wait. We can't fight this motherfucker.
They took all of our weapons.
no,
I know,
technically,
but-
you
I have
guys,
the bag of holding.
We
Here's
have
the
them in the
thing.
bag of holding, but we still can't fight it.
you
right
guys
now.
have all your equipment. You're just not equipped or wearing any. So your armor classes are down, unless you have natural things that boost your armor class. You'd have to pick up your weapons. The only things you would have on you are magical items that are attuned to you that look passable as just kind of pieces of jewelry, or your own innate spellcasting and like abilities. As Vanith kind of like gets like Wanda, Janice, and the Claggin away. He's like, I got these three.
All right, give me a second.
Oh lord. Oh no. I was gonna use message, but I'm going last, y'all.
I was gonna say, as you guys are getting settled, one of the king's honor guards starts to step to this guy. He's like, "All right, you party crasher, come here!" As you see him charge up, and this guy is going to. Where's he? Go.
All right. I'm gonna roll.
Why are they attacking if he's not attacking the king?
Well, it's still a party crasher of a very high caliber.
I know, but
Plus his intelligence, so.
I got a 15, by the way, for initiative.
Okay. Everyone remember your number. Oh shit, yeah, you see this guy start to run over, and this thing, adorned in like purple armor, just like backhands him and knocks him to the ground.
shit.
And that was one of the king's personal guard. Not the honor guard, the king's personal guard.
Do I have a second to act or not?
Nope.
Your first rounds of initiative will be acting. So what's everyone's initiative?
I got 15.
I got a 1 with a +1.
I got 15.
2 of
I got
them
11.
got 1.
Okay. Revan and Eris, what are your guys' dexterities?
Mine is 16.
Dexterity, 10.
Okay, so it's gonna be Revan, Eris, Aragon, and now it's time to roll a couple of things for myself. First up is the crowd of people who no longer have any of their items for attacking or defending, so they're all civilians.
Motherfucker.
Okay, 10. They're going before Mina at least. Now it's time to roll for Arrakis, who at least has innate spellcasting. He's got a +0 to initiative too, so 7. Still before Mina, but after the crowd. Next up is for Anthony. 17. Shit, he's going first. Which is probably good for him. And now it's time for the Armored Artificer.
Ugh, this guy.
Yeah. Man, it's a good thing he paraded all those fucking bots out there.
14.
They're gonna do
Well, no,
shit.
they're currently all decommissioned as
Power down.
Yes,
No,
they're
that's
all
what I'm saying. He did all that shit and nothing's coming up. I'm kind of mad.
14. All right, with that, initiative up first is Mr. Anthony Trask, who is going to immediately see this guy running towards him, and he is going to move his full movement of 30 feet. 5 feet off stage. He kind of like hopping off stage and started to kind of clamber. I was like, "Oh God, help me! Somebody help me! I don't know what that is, but someone stop it!" With that, we have
baby.
Revan.
All right, I'm gonna yell to everybody. I'm gonna say because I can move and then act, right? Just want to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to run. Make sure. Wow, it's perfectly enough. Okay, I'm gonna run right here. So it's like I believe 20 feet. Yeah, and I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace. And I'm going to include everybody in a 30-foot radius. So that goes all the way up to Trask.
Okay, so how many people is it able to be
Nice.
casted on?
It just says a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of me, including myself, has a +10 to dexterity, stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. The creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. I'm gonna choose everybody.
Does it not say there's a strict number of people to choose? Because then that feels a little crazy.
I read exactly what it says.
Okay, then. Then yeah, you choose everybody within 30 feet, apart from, I'm assuming, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So it should be pretty much everybody, almost, except for those people out there. So.
Alright, so everyone has a veil of shadow around them, as the Armored Artificer can still see Trask, as he's kind of flying above the crowd, but he will have advantage when
I
he tries
casted
to
on
hide.
Trask, right?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't make him invisible. It's like if he goes to hide, he'll have advantage on hiding.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were making it say that he couldn't see.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
complete invisibility.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so I cast that.
All right. With that, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna hold my last 10 steps and just see if I can. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but.
Oh yeah, no, you can stop moving.
Okay.
Quick. All right, just double checking one thing real quick. Okay, after Revan, it is Eris.
Okay. What am I adding?
It's your turn. So, what would you like to do?
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good.
Do I have my Warhammer?
It's currently in Mina's bag of holding.
So
Okay.
not yet.
Can I try to get it out?
Yeah, no. As an action, you can go ahead and go to Mina and pull out the Warhammer.
Okay.
You move over to Mina, get into the bag, and get your hammer, and you have your movement still, because I'll count the movement you had as part of your action.
Okay. So do I get to take another action? Or is that it?
Well, you'd have your movement and any bonus actions you have.
Okay.
So something that it will say next to any spells or attacks or anything like that, it'll say either like what will it say? Like VA for bonus attack or 1A as one action. Sorry, one bonus action. So next to each thing it'll tell you, so you can only do a bonus action right now.
Okay.
So you use your main action. But it's okay if you don't have anything.
I have one bonus action. I'm thinking if I should use it.
What is it?
Can I try a bardic inspiration?
Oh yeah.
Oh, You're a
I
bard.
think.
Okay, yeah, no, you can inspire somebody.
Okay. What do you guys think? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I would say maybe either Aragon or like Arrakis, maybe. Um,
Okay. I'll do it on Aragon.
Let's
okay.
do it.
All right, with that, up next is my turn. All right, so I can move 25 feet and I'm flying. Oh yeah, no, I'm closing in as I'm just kind of like as this figure, kind of like odd cape billowing behind it as its back and feet have these kind of like jets of fire propelling it through the air. As you just kind of like, you can't escape from me, Trask, not again. As Trask is just kind of like panicked, is like, what are you? And then he is going to, let's see, what do I want to do? Let's see. Do we? Yeah, no, he's just still moving as he's just kind of like slow. He's not attacking anyone else in the crowd. He literally just flew right past the king, not even giving him any like time of day. He's just kind of like flying right towards Trask slowly. And with that, up next is Aragon.
So what did her what is her ability, her spell allowing me to do?
Bardic Inspiration, from what I believe, gives you and at this point, was it a D8?
It's a D6.
Oh, D6. At this point, if you were to roll to do like an athletics check or an attack, you can add on a D6 to your roll.
For in damage or just like
Just like if you were to see if you were going to hit something, and
Oh,
you
you
like
can
let's
add
say let's say you like roll something like a 15 and 15 doesn't hit, you can roll a D6 to increase it.
Gotcha.
That's what I
Okay.
remember.
Gotcha. All right, sweet. Let me. Am I within striking distance of this thing? I can't. It's hard for me to see it on here.
Getting through the crowd, you are about 50 feet
Nah.
away from him.
All right, so I'm not in striking distance. Are any of these bots that they've been hyping up? Are they activated to take action, or are these just all for show?
Currently, they were all active as they were marching on stage. However, something happened and they are now seemingly deactive.
Well, that's fucking great.
It's almost as if someone planned a nefarious plot.
Wow.
Well, I guess I can move into position on him, which would be like
Did
about.
you get your weapon from me?
Nope.
No, I haven't, motherfucker. And she's across the room.
Yeah, you could either move to Mina to get your sword, or you can move to this guy to try and tackle him, who is currently flying like Iron Man.
I'm gonna move to get my longsword.
Alrighty. You move to Mina. Your action's getting your longsword. Any bonus actions you want to try and do?
None that would make any sense.
All right. With that, it is the crowd's turn, as most of the crowd is going to panic. Some of them starting to head towards the doors. Let's see, yeah, these two are going to head towards the door. Someone's going to go ahead and just kind of back up a bit towards someone who looks more official. Door, 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 door. Just away. Running away. Running. 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 Everybody running.
If this guy is only attacking Trask, I mean, as long as everyone else is safe.
Alright, with that, the king and queen are going to start to move towards this direction, with these guys flanking them to protect them, as well as the senators. Currently, Revan, you see people kind of like running past you, pushing past you, and whatnot, as people are panicking. Like, ah, ah. That, after them, it is Arrakis' turn. Let's see. what can he do? Wait, no, he doesn't have his walking stick. Which means he doesn't have his arcade
Wait,
focus.
what? That doesn't.
He
That's not a weapon.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Out of respect for policy, or like, since you didn't arrive with Arrakis, you didn't see his interaction. Basically, what I wrote down was like, out of respect, Arrakis would just hand him his walking stick, like, I wouldn't need this. Is a party. So all he can do is cantrips.
Arrakis.
So he will, at the very least, do acid splash. Let's see. How does this work? Dexterity saving throw. Okay, let's do this. Dexterity saving. +2 for this thing. Oh yeah. You see Arrakis just kind of like panicking, like, oh shit. He kind of like just palm up, does like, as he just casts a ball of acid and it goes right past this thing over like the engineer robot, and just backstage is like, oh shit. I missed. He's then gonna like grimace like, this is a bad idea, but he's then gonna start making his movement to move towards the thing.
Oh.
With that, it is Mina's turn.
Okay, so, wait, what about Vanith?
I'm having Vanith
And
go at the same time as the crowd, and Vanith's current action is protect Janice, Wanda, and McLagan.
Did he at least get his weapon from me?
We'll say
He
yeah,
would have
he
done
did.
that.
Yes, he does indeed have at least one of his weapons from you.
Okay.
But he's like,
Cool.
he's not actively going in. He's on NPC duty, as he is an NPC right now.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that everyone who I had weapons of has their weapons.
Understood.
So.
The kicker is none of you have your armor.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just wear robes, so that's why my armor class is only a 12. It's pretty shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and cast fuck. I guess we might as well just get started. I will cast Magic Weapon as a bonus action, and give that on, it's not letting me, okay, that's fine, on Aragon's sword, so we at least have that going, so that'll give +1 to hit and +1 to damage. And then since that's just a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and also cast Firebolt, which has a 120 foot range. So
All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
hits. .22 to hit.
Mina. A 22 just hits.
What?
Excuse me?
Go ahead and roll damage, but yeah, 20 will just hit as you, and just little like ebb of fire just rocks him in the shoulder. Like, gah! Oh, damn it.
13 damage.
Okay.
But excuse me. All right, and then that's all I can do. So that is my turn.
Alrighty, with that, we are at back to the initiative. Anthony, who is going to keep running as, let's see, his movement. Yeah, he is pushing past people. There's one good over like, oh god, please no! As he literally shoves Aaron out of the, like, it took you guys a second, but you recognized Aaron and a woman next to him as he just shoves him out of the way and heads towards the door to start trying to open it. Just like rips that shit open and the door is open, but he's at the end of his movement as he's just pushing people out of his way. With that, we're at Revan.
I've been racking my brain currently about what we should do here, and while my character is not one to want to flee a fight, I don't see us winning this, so I start trying to just shepherd everybody out, and I turn to those who are attacking this thing, and I say, "Hey guys, like, this is. I don't know that we can do anything against this right now. Like, yeah, he looks pretty strong, and like I'm worried that my guns won't even damage them."
All right, so your turn is giving the civilians extra time to run and move.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just walk 15 feet that way.
Yep, you kind of move past. You see Anna and another kind of similar-looking high elf or a wood elf. I can't remember which ones. You see people, and you're kind of maneuvering around. You see Felden. Everyone looks kind of panicked and confused. With that, you make your movement. People who are civilians will have extra bits of movement. With that, we are at Eris's turn. As Eris, you hear Revan being like, "I don't think we can take this right now." Eris?
Yes.
No, not Aragon. I'm Eris. Are you there?
Sorry, I was muted.
That's
yeah.
all right. Don't worry, I've made that mistake before as well.
Okay. Do I have my Warhammer now, right?
Yes, you indeed have your Warhammer.
Okay. Can I try to hit?
Let's see.
Okay.
You are currently 50 feet away.
Hey, Eris, did you hear what
Almost.
I was saying not too long ago? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I heard you.
You
Okay.
could indeed make your movement and maybe try and throw the hammer, but how far is your movement? I believe it's what, 30 feet?
I don't know where to find that. Sorry.
With the hero or D&D Beyond, it'd be right at the top near where you're. It's right above your armor class, I believe.
It does not seem that I have one, so
Give me 1 second. I think I have your file on record or your character sheet on record.
so did were we
There.
thinking of not attacking?
I mean, I'm not. I'm getting the fuck out.
Yes. Okay, so
Okay.
you're.
I might join that. That.
All right, that's okay. Yeah, you can fall back too, as well as Revan seems to have started to fall back to Vanith. Your movement speed currently is 25, just to let you know, and you have your hammer, but you can indeed take it kind of like like just kind of start moving back towards Vanith.
Yeah.
Alrighty. After that, it is the Artificer who's gonna go ahead and start just kind of like flying 25 feet this way. Just slowly making his way, perpetually propelling himself through the air with like jets of fire. He's just like, "I don't care how fast you are, I will get you, Trask. You'll rue what you did to me." And let's see. Spells. Yeah, let's go for a little something fun, as he's gonna go ahead and try and hit Trask. 14. That is a miss. Trask is gonna take. Ooh, yeah, you guys see this guy outstretch a palm of his like kind of metallic outfit and just as like a couple of bolts of these green acidic type bolts hit Trask in the back. It's like, oh, oh! As Trask kind of like falls to the doorway and is starting to kind of like pick himself up and try and crawl away down the hall. With that,
So is he trying to actually run away? Like, is he getting anything from the buff I gave him or not?
well, the buff, your buff is what? He gets advantage on hiding?
No, he has plus 10 dexterity.
Oh, plus 10 dex. Okay, well, let me re-roll that dex save then.
He gets plus. Sorry, I'll read this to make sure I'm like 100% right. He has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity, specifically stealth checks, and cannot be tracked by except for by magical means, and he does not leave any tracks or traces of his passage.
Okay, so right now he cannot be stealthy because he's in a well-lit kind of room where there's someone actively pursuing him. If he gets
Okay.
away from like out of this guy's eyesight, he will be able to hide. But since he
Okay.
can't be stealthy at the moment, the hit still goes through as he takes 6 acid damage.
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
That's
'cause
fair.
I want to make sure I understand that one because I know we've tried to use it a few times.
No,
and
it's all
I've
good.
been
It's all
wrong,
good.
So.
In most instances, it does work well. However, this is a very while it is a spacious room, it's still a room with very little in it other than people. So this guy flying around who is above everybody can see where Trask is almost at all times. But with that, after that, it is Aragon.
Yeah, now he's even farther away, so I can't get there.
Actually,
Fucking guy. Yeah, he was on stage.
oh no, he's
He
actually
was right.
he's 10 feet closer to you because instead of being 50 feet away, he's 40 feet away. But
I see.
I get what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah, I still can't get there, and it seems like everyone else is falling back. So let's just get out of here, get our stuff, and if there's something we can do it. But we're in over our heads here. If a 22 just barely hits, we're not ready for this at the moment.
All right, then you have your sword at the ready, but you kind of start to move where Vanith, Revan, and Eris are. With that, it is the crowd's
To help
turn.
facilitate the move out.
All right, it is as you were kind of going to start helping the crew and a couple of civilians out. The guards, a part of the civilians' turn, is going to start moving in. This one moving to cover Trask. This one moving to engage with. Actually, both of these moving to engage with this figure, as they're both going to start swinging. So, first one misses as the sword literally just clanks up against its face, or actually against its boot since he's hovering, and the other one. Hey, you know what? The kind of King's Guard at least kind of like gets a hop and hits him in the waist, but it does next to nothing as this guy just kind of looks down at them, disregarding them, brushing them off. The civilians, first moving, are the most important ones. Are the king and his council as they're going to start making way towards this area over here. As basically the two bruisers of the generals are kind of like staying behind the group for a bit to, in case it does come towards the king, they can take him. Everyone kind of running towards the doors at either side of the room. Guards moving in. Guard moving this way. And after that, it is Arrakis' turn, who's going to go ahead and just kind of like see how you guys are falling back. And he's going to, okay, not directly engaging, but maybe I can slow him down. As he's going to go ahead and just step to the side and do another kind of acid splash. That is a dex save of 16. Let's see, dex save 1. That's it. Okay, next let's do. That's another fail as Arrakis gets another kind of solid shot off him. He just like kind of just like splashes acid on the cape. With that, that'll be 2d6. Yes.
Yep.
7 damage. Okay then. Yeah, you see Arrakis, who's been able to kind of like do some really impressive shit and like kind of take some impressive people down. Really not doing much to this guy. As Arrakis is just like, oh fuck, I'm never letting that staff go again. With that, you're at Mina.
Okay. I had to step away for a second. What is everyone doing? We're falling back.
Yes, it
Yeah.
seems everyone's kind of like slowly falling back to Vadith and the NPCs you guys know to try and like figure out a way out.
Okay. I am going to cast message.
All right.
And I'm going to send it at whoever this thing that's flying around is.
All right.
And I'm going to say, please Please try to calm down. Tell me what this man has done to you. Please don't hurt anyone. We can try and help you if right whatever wrong this man has done. But we can do this in a good way.
Does message allow the person to reply immediately?
The target, here's the message, and can reply in a whisper that only I hear.
Okay then.
Yes.
So as you kind of like put your hands up and contact this thing's mind, you see him literally turn the like kind of metallic faceplate to you, and he simply says back to you, "This man killed me, and I will not rest until I return the favor."
Is that enough time for Trask to have
Yes.
gone out of sight?
Yeah, because he turned away.
Because he turned away, right?
Well, it is
Isn't
indeed
that what you
Trask's.
said?
It will be indeed Trask's next turn. So, top of the initiative, Trask will run out through the open doors, and he'll have extreme advantage on hiding, which is just normal advantage.
Oh, that's all. All right, cool.
High five, Revan. Or not.
Oh yeah, no,
I give
he's.
you a high five.
While he may
I
not
did the
be
clap.
actively like looking for a spot to hide, he does manage to slink away into the castle. As with that, we are going to call a session for this week, as you guys
shit.
have spotted something very, very pissed off with Trask.
Oh.
No surprise. I'm almost pissed off with Trask, little bitch.
Indeed. But guys, thank you so much for playing with this week. I hope you enjoyed the like 2 minutes of a fancy formal gathering and party before I whipped out all my RoboCop stuff and then a literal Iron Man.
Finally got to show that I actually care about my girlfriend.
Hey, I know you care.
And
buddy.
this shit.
I know you care. That's why I made her an actual like character card. And it's not.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't.
was only half the time for get her name.
I totally didn't lose the initial one I made. I just, I had this one ready to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
But
She
yeah,
totally
hopefully,
wasn't just a one night stand.
But yeah, hopefully everyone watching, you guys had fun. Be sure to check out the rest of the series over at the Astarian Comics YouTube channel. And be sure to join us here Saturdays when I do just some casual streaming. But until next time, we'll see you all around the house. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.